Almost forgot to start the video. We almost started ripping this thing apart. Okay, the Bel Air is going back under the knife. Get rid of this piece of shit Dodge 47 RH Auto and 6-speed ZF. ZF6 S750. It's the biggest, baddest boy out of a 2010 F550 two-wheel drive. We're gonna put that in. We're gonna have to modify the tunnel quite a bit. Hopefully not an ugly amount. And then at the same time, since we're gonna have the carpet out, we're gonna do the cage, the seat belts. What else we got? 6.4 starter, clutch arm. There's our adapter plate. What are they? Wild Horse Manufacturing, I think. Yeah, Wild Horse Manufacturing. I don't even know what the rest of this shit is. We're changing the motor mounts to some 6.7 motor mounts off some common rail. I don't know what half this shit is. Under dash. Oh, hydraulic clutch pedal for Tri-5. Motor mounts. What's this? Oh, a digital tachometer. We got to set up the tach for the Dakota digital dash. ARP flywheel bolts. Roll cage is over here. I think we bought an 8-point. I forget. I don't know. There's the main hoop. And there's, yeah. But, we'll get it up on the lift here and start pulling seats and shifters and trannies, and that's what it looks like before, and it's about to get ugly. Got some parts opened up. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put these newer, like common rail style motor mounts in. These are two, I believe, right-hand motor mounts off of like a newer truck, probably like a 03 to current, maybe something like that. They're gonna be a lot better than the little
polyurethane.
Yeah, they're like polyurethane. They're like a shackle mount, like a tube. They're really stiff. They're pretty shitty. The thing vibrates like hell. So we're gonna put those in first. Then we'll start doing all the tranny crap. But just kind of wanted to show you some parts. This is pretty cool. Mallwood underdash. This is for Tri-5, like if you have an automatic car and you want to add a clutch pedal, you don't have to change the whole pedal assembly. That gives you a hydraulic clutch. Comes with a really nice little billet reservoir. The line probably won't fit anything. I don't know, it might. I might probably have to go make our own line, but anyway, Wild Horse Manufacturing adapter. This thing's steel. It is heavy. So yeah, the weight balance of this car is not going to be good. It already isn't good, but we're going to make it even more not gooder, because these are heavier, this is heavier. We got a Ford 6.4 starter, gear reduction, so hopefully that starts just as good as the mean green one I have in there right now. Let's see, got the hood off just for a little extra light. I think we already went over the tranny. First thing is, we got the seats out, so we're gonna pull the shifter out, pull the carpet out. That way when we're underneath, we'll probably do all our cutting from underneath as we try to slip the tranny up in. We'll just start trimming like what's hitting. Try to keep the trimming to a minimum. So, get this thing up in the air. Look at what we got going on from underneath. Is our light on? Yeah, I don't know how well the light will do, but she's pretty race car under here. We got a fuel cell, rear sump. Should probably like spray foam that in or something. Anyway, Caltrax, inboard leafs. I think there's one of our first videos on this. Willwoods, just not huge brakes, but they work. We got Calvert shocks, adjustable, Caltrack bars. Get rid of this trans cooler now. That's cool. It's pretty oily under here. I got a little engine oil leak, but yeah, 2-wheel drive 47 RH. We got the Mag high-tech pan, the low profile one. So I'm gonna get rid of that. It's our custom oil pan is leaking. I'm pretty sure it's not leaking though. Actually, I think it's because we don't have our road draft tube hooked up, and yeah, I think it is leaking. Never mind. Pretty sure when I put it up in here, I spilled some oil on the silicone, and it just never sealed. So anyway, we've already cut the tunnel once, as you can see, this rusty sheet metal. We welded it in from the top. I never got to painting it, so I guess it doesn't matter because it's going to get cut back out. But yeah, so this will be a fun little project here for the next, I don't know, week or so. Got the whole week off, so might jam on it pretty good. The other thing we'll do once we have it on the lift, or while we have it on the lift, is we'll do the roll cage. A little bit of cancer. We'll do the roll cage. That way we can cut holes in the floor and drop it down, and we'll do some frame outriggers and get that going on, so it'll all be legal if we do ever want to take it to the track. So anyway, stink bug. 56 Chevy, 12 valve Cummins. Those are let's see, first, second, third, like 4th gen, I guess. I don't know. This is what we got in there right now. They are just yeah, there's like a poly bushing in there. Too much vibration. We're gonna get those out, get these new ones in, and start going on that before we yank the tranny. Okay, I promise that heater won't be on the whole time. I just turned it off. It's cooling down. Anyway, that's what I had in there. That's what I'm going to. Way softer. Actually get some movement out of it. That is just so damn stiff. The whole car just vibrates like crazy. I mean, if you guys have ever driven with solid motor mounts, you know the deal. That on top of an old 12 valve. Wow. Anyway, let's go over here. So it's actually pretty clean looking. All we gotta do is cut these ears off, make new ones. Pretty simple deal there. So we'll take that mount back out. We'll get these cut out of here and fabric cobble up some new ones. Kind of a bitch now that the thing's already in there, but I think I can just get a Sawzall in here and run it down there and hopefully get a grinder in there. I don't know, it's gonna be kind of a pain, but not impossible. So the other side, well, probably have to pull the rack and pinion out of the way. Anyway, same deal. So keep rolling here. Now we're rolling. All right, we got the old junk cut out of there. It looked like that. It's really fun grinding up in here. Like, it's pretty stupid. Anyway, got our new super duper stock rubber comfort mount in there. Got some new tabs made. They're pretty friggin' giant, but I don't know what else to do. That's about as good as it'll look. Good thing you're not really looking at that all the time. It'll be all right once we get her all like plated in. It'll look pretty decent. So before, almost done after. This one actually hangs off the back side a little bit. We got a 1/4 inch gap or so. We'll kind of just Push that in a little bit, maybe close that up to an 1/8, and that'll be pretty decent. So, but I think that mount is really gonna help a lot. Pretty excited about that. So we're gonna get her tacked in, and then we're actually gonna put our rack and pinion back in. We're actually lifting the engine about, I don't know, 3/8 to a 1/2 inch, because one of the lines on the rack was like really close to the pan, like dangerously close. So trying to gain a little clearance there. And I don't know how much these are gonna sag when all the weight's on it. So that's another thing. So I'm gonna put a couple little baby tacks on there. Then we're gonna bolt the rack back in, set the weight down, and look and see what happens. This little guy like almost rubs the oil pan. So the joys of fabricating. Okay, so with the rack back in, see how close that line is to the edge of the oil pan? So that's about what it was like before, but the problem is it's just too close, and I think when I put the other side, the mount in, it's just gonna add more weight. So, man, and I raised it up probably a 1/2 inch. So yeah, we got quite a bit of sag out of these new soft mounts. So we're gonna have to break our tacks loose and move it up even more. Another 1/2 inch, I guess. So, dang it. Let's come and swap a Bel Air. It'll be fun. My brain feels about like what these tires are doing right now. So we had to cut both loose in order to get it up high enough to where I wanted it, to where when it sagged back down, it won't hit the rack. Like my little super high-tech alignment paint lines, because the whole front of this motor is basically just floating. So anyway, had to cut these loose. Let's see if we can get rid of some of this shadow. Come on. Weird. Just charged you. Okay. Had to cut these loose and raise them up a little bit, so we got kind of a gap, but once they're all boxed in, nobody will know the wiser. So anyway, got that side up where I want it. Got this, geez, sorry about the lighting. Got this side, the mount in. We had to, or we're gonna have to, modify our power steering line a little bit. Anyway, getting ready to make the tabs for this side. Couldn't figure out why the motor wouldn't go up any higher. Started lifting the whole car. The upper radiator hose was hitting the top of the core support that I built. So I had to like shave down a fitting and move a hose clamp, and we're working with like 1/8 of an inch everywhere. And yeah. So my other concern, I guess, is hopefully this motor won't move around so much that it starts banging into shit. So I don't know. I really hope we're not doing this all for nothing, but we're in the shit now, boys. So we're gonna have to just go ahead and keep rolling and hope this is all gonna work out. What was I thinking? Maybe we can reuse these for some Toyota leaf spring bushings or something. Anyway, now we gotta find our, ooh, there's our template. There it is. I wonder if it's the same for both sides. Wouldn't that be high tech? Oh, no effing way. Wow. It's almost like somebody built this thing square. Cool. Template even fits. How far off is it on the back? It's weldable. Okay. We're gonna cut out 2 more of these. Man, I miss my iron worker. Punching holes and shearing plate. But I do like the 20,000 extra dollars in my bank account, so we don't miss it that much. least we're not doing everything with a cutoff wheel like I see on some people's channels. Just when you think you got things licked, well, that's my Johnny joint in there for the rack, right through the middle of the mount. What? Why? We're gonna have to like cut most of that mount. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. It's gonna be bad. Fudgesicle. We should. Anyone want to buy a Cummins? We should totally LS swap this thing. I think they make kits. So our issue now. Oh god, this thing won't even go in. Our rack is hitting our motor mount. I don't know. Barely really see it, but there you go. You get the idea. So we're gonna have to like cut a huge hole out of this. That's super fun. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna weld the whole mount like together. Try to mark it and then take the mount out as a whole, and then make my cut, and then try to put it back together, brace it all up, and then slide it in as an assembly and weld it in. Subject to change because it probably won't work. It's probably too big, but we'll see. Here we go. We're just trying to rough it out, get the fit, then we'll go back in and actually make it look nice, clean it up. Alright, let's see if I can get you in here without having to pull the shit apart here. Okay, so that's what we want. Oh, need to turn the light on. Hang on. Light coming soon. There we go. Okay, and this is all tight. So now we just gotta kind of pretty it up, make a nice radius, and then we'll find like a piece of pipe or something to trim and kind of beat in there, and so we can kind of box this whole mount in. So, but we got the clearance we need. We still got enough of a mount left that I feel pretty comfortable about. So yeah, that's cool. We're doing things. We're making things work. Yeah, there's the top. Just took a little slice out of them. All right, finished product. Minus a little paint. Just a spot. The can wouldn't paint upside down. We'll get it next time we're up on the lift. Anyway, what a huge difference. I will never use a different style mount ever on a Cummins swap. Gen 4. Gen 4 mounts all the way. And you gotta buy, I think it's 2 right-handers because like the left one's weird. or it could be two lefters. I don't know. One looks pretty simple. The other one's kind of crazy. You'll see them if you go on like Rock Auto is like the cheapest place to buy them too. So back on the ground, we hooked up the road draft tube, so hopefully that'll take care of my oil leak. And I'm gonna take this thing for a rip, I think. Next video, 5-speed. I know I promised it this video, but that took a while, and I'm trying to keep my videos under 20 minutes so that people might actually even watch them. So